a Yorkshireman, now living in Wales, and I just thought I'd give you a quick update. So my last video was about third sector funding, and I realised at the end of it, it was all a little bit disjointed, but that seems to be how they want to present the figures. So I've now decided to do a summary slide, and on the summary slide, in the last 4 years, my best guess is they basically spend between £5 and £6 billion per year on the third sector. So for some sort of context, I then thought to myself, so what do we really need to get sorted? And one of the things I then thought about getting sorted was like the dentist situation. So at that point I thought, well, you know, what have been allocated to improve the dentist situation? Because where I live, and like a lot of people, you can't get an NHS dentist appointment. But I will say this, and I've said it before, I have funded this all my life, as have my parents and their grandparents in one way or another. It's some sort of tax, so I still expect to receive it. But most people get told you have to now go private. So that's my personal thoughts, but as you can see here, we've got Cabinet for Secretary of Health and Social Care, Mark Drakeford. Now this document's from March 24. Now I didn't know he'd got that role. And then the other person, Minister, is Umlund Morgan, however you pronounce it, apologies to anybody. And she is the Minister for Health and Social. Now, she's now the First Minister. Now that means that round here, because she's one of my 5, I've got a person down. Now, if the other 4 can operate without her, because she's now the First Minister, this begs the question, why do we need any more? Because clearly no one said, oh, we've now got your replacement, or we've got you a substitute. No, she's now got a new job, so she's out of it. But in the same way, I also have, I think, Joyce Watson, who's also got another job, as well as the Senedd Commissioner. So effectively, in this area now, we only have 3. But I think we only had 3 anyway, because one was doing health and social care as a minister, so that's like a bit of a full-time job. So we don't really need any more. That's my position on that. Now, regarding the funding, as you can see, if you look down, and I've highlighted it in yellow circles, the amount of money we've got to pay has gone up, and they have given a whopping £27 million for dentists. Now compare that to the third sectors, which get between £5 and £6 billion in the last 4 years. I mean, is somebody taking the mickey? Now on the strength of that, trying to work out what's going on, I then decided to do another Freedom of Information request, but this time tried to use some of the terminology. So I've asked actually for the various years, which I couldn't understand because it seemed to vary, and also they'd renamed some of the funding, so hypothecated. So I've asked for that funding, also the names and the sector. So again, I'll give you an update once I get that. Now, another thing then I just thought I'd cover was the Welsh budget, because it's important that we understand where's our money going, because remember, it's our money. And as you can see here, the top one basically where it says revenue funding, that's about wages, makes it really clear. But in this, it also says charities. Now please note it doesn't say third sectors, but third sectors is also the name they use, also in legal documentation. So as you can see, but that's not listed. Third sectors or charities are not listed separately. I think it should be, because if you're getting within 4 years between £5 to £6 billion, we have a right to know where that's going. Now, so moving on from there, and I will change slides, I can then show you that on the climate change, they're getting £2 billion, and this was in 2022, and I don't think that's changed. In fact, I should imagine that's gone up. So remember, the total budget of Wales is about £20 billion. So £2 billion has disappeared already. Plus you've got the extras from the third sectors, which basically means there's not much for anything else. Because as you can see, health and social services take a lot of the money for wages. finance and local government take a lot of wages. Yet when we look at where you're spending for the future, basically what you're doing is health and social services, nothing, anything else, nothing. It doesn't make any sense. So that's where our money is going. It's going, A, on climate change, and I will say, it says there, basically, it's an emergency. If it's an emergency or a crisis, you would work and work and work and work until you've got it sorted. You won't keep flying all over the place, you won't keep having holidays, you won't keep having a break or a recession, whatever you want to call it. You'd stay at work until it's done. So forgive me if I am being a little bit sceptical about things. Now, before I sort of finish, because the world is going a little bit upside down at the moment, I'm just going to say there's an opportunity, if you're active on social media like me, to try and protect yourself one way or another. First thing is to do is basically be sensible on social media. But I've been a member of this free speech union now for about 2 years. And I would say, join it. And as you can see, due to the recent happenings or goings-ons, they've got another 4,000 people just joined already. So that's only a suggestion, it's up to you what to do. As I say, a brief update, thank you for watching. Give it a little bit of a tick, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a good day, thank you.